Okay, so hopefully this is working. Maybe if someone can just give me a thumbs up or something in the comments, just let me know that this is actually going live. Okay, so you've got it live, great, excellent. And you can hear me okay, I think. I'm looking at the levels, everything sort of looks okay. We've still got a couple of minutes before we actually need to get started, so I guess I'll just bide my time for a couple of minutes. I will start with doing a bit of a summary. In fact, I might just start the summary now, so we'll start a little bit early. It's not going to really matter too much. So this is a game I started yesterday. I started playing a live stream. I wanted to sort of play a game on hard mode, but I really did sort of race ahead again with the game. So what actually happened, in fact, what we can do is we can go across to the history. So we go to a history replay. I'll just ramp this up fairly quickly. So I started off over through here, where I was a bit disjointed where all of my mines were over this sort of location. We didn't really know what was around us, but we have met the Bosporans, and we've also met the Antagonids and the German tribes over through here. So let's just play this thing through fairly quickly. So I extended down to the south. This is actually was done as a Twitch live stream as well yesterday, just on my channel. I just want to get sort of started, and we found a city in through here, took that city, continued on, and this has sort of become an important launching city for us. Another city that we sort of found over through there. And so we ended up at war, and you saw that they started to sort of chew away at our territory a little bit. This is the Antagonids, and that's really the only one that we've been in a hot war with. And then over time, I'll show you some of the units as well, because there's one type of unit that you start with that is really, really useful. Now we start the war against the Antagonids, we start to take their territory. They start to throw a lot of forces back at us, but with the way that I'd sort of set up a very defensive, a defensive attack, I guess, where I sort of took defensive locations, let them bleed off their troops, and then took them from there. And so we sort of started to really wind them up fairly quickly. And the very last thing that we did, finishes at around about 400 or a little bit under 400. And so this ends up becoming, we've taken this whole landmass to the south. We don't know where they actually are at this point in time, so they're further down that way. One of the really cool things about this game, actually, which I do want to show off, is I'll just zoom back in again. So the war has all been down the south here, and the trouble is that what I actually have is that I've got rebellions that may sort of crop up, and in fact you can see that I don't actually have forces in these cities. And one of the great things about this game is that you can go across to where is it? If you just click on the happiness down through here, what we end up with is an actual happiness map, a localized happiness map. And we can see in this one that, around our actual capital, things are pretty cool through here. The local happiness is 147%. So the happiness is really just an average of all of the local happinesses, I think. So that's sort of the way it seems to sort of be working. Just reading some of the comments there. So, wow, on time. Lol. Yeah, no, the last time I completely screwed up my timing. But this time, not a problem in the world. So you can sort of see through here, some of these we've got local happinesses of 117%, which is sort of like our average. But then when we come into the conquered territories, this is now quite low. That local happiness is 65. So you end up with this aspect of localized happiness, which is such a cool thing to actually have in a game. Even down through here, though, we've got local happiness because we've got troops sort of on top of things. We do actually have... We've got revolts in through here at Leptis Minis. Now, this was one of their capitals. We took a couple of capitals from them, but this was their most recent capital. And local happiness is only plus 63%. It's a front line, which I'm not sure what that actually refers to. If you've got any questions, by the way, Pavel KX is the dev, so Pavel will actually answer questions for you if you do sort of need to know anything. And there we go. We've actually got a question there. So Van Bishop is saying, awesome, 2 quick ones. What part of the historic map is playable? What's the time frame, start to finish? It's a bit of a misleading question, actually, or a bit of a complicated question. I can answer that one a little bit for you as well. The game itself, the setup goes from anywhere from 1000 BC through to 0 BC, I think, or it might even go to into the 80s. I can't remember where it actually starts, but it doesn't really matter because even though it's loosely based on historic units, it's not a historical simulation. It is a game first and foremost. So it's not like something where it's not like Europa Universalis, where they're trying to create like a historical simulation. This is not the case. This is, in fact, I think that I read a comment that in ancient Greece, they had to sort of split the forces down and sort of, instead of having like 4 major forces, I think there's only 2 major forces from Greece, simply because it interfered with the game. Anyway, but you can see through here, this is where we've got our problems in through this side, where we've got sort of like local issues. And where we have troops stationed, like we've got urban guards plus 40%, we've got guards over here giving us plus 40%, but the revolts are at 78%. So this is a little bit tricky over through here. Once again, revolts. So we can expect revolts in through here. I need to keep guards in these locations. I'm sort of okay over here. This is sort of still okay-ish with the cities that we did take away. So just have to sort of be careful with what we actually have through there. And Pavel is saying the whole map is playable. Now, I'm probably going to miss a lot of the comments, so I will apologise up front for that. I would do want to sort of get started because I've only got limited time. I'm only going to be here for an hour and a bit. But this is a really cool aspect to sort of show, how the game, uses, like if I need to get more troops in around different areas up through here, for example, just to keep the peace. We keep on getting rebellions at Belo Claudia. So anyway, let's just go back into the game itself. Now, what we're trying to track down where the Antigonids actually ran to. In fact, there's an island mass over there. I've got a ship that's just doing searching. We'll just end our turn. Let the other players play their turn as well. The German tribes are at peace with. In fact, I better just show where we are with everything. If we go back to foreign relations, we can see over through here the everybody else, for some reason, always really outperforms me in terms of population, but I am pegging that back slightly at this point in time. In yesterday's session, they were miles ahead of me in through here, but my economy, power, and country size, I'm beating the Bosporans, so that's not a problem. We'll just go back. The German tribes, very sort of similar through here as well. They've got, I guess, their troops are sort of... They've got a fair few troops, but once again, we've been able to outproduce them, and then of course we're crushing these guys. The Antigonids really are on their last legs. There must just be one city somewhere else, or even like the country size is showing nothing at all. So maybe they've just got units, but no, if they only had units, they would give up. So anyway, we're searching around trying to sort of find things. So let's just continue on up through here. There we go. Okay, so that is the Antigonid Empire. So they've just got a small little group that's back in that corner. I'll just go around and just make sure there's nothing else there. So they're not going to. They'll be able to get boats. God, this is going to be a hard one to do a land invasion here. I'm going to have to almost just let them go and just try to. Have peace with them. I think they're going to be too. It's going to be too hard to try to sort of look after them. We'll have a bit of a look and see what we've got up in this waterway. Get a bit of a feel for what's going on around the place. Okay, so I think there was a question there about the Antigonids. How many playable factions are there? There's 20 in the game, but I did read somewhere once again that it's going to be highly moddable. So there will be, and I've had a quick look. I was going to try to mod this actually before I started playing, but I couldn't figure out what went where, so I sort of just left it alone. Now what we're trying to do here is we're trying to sort of get on, all our different resources are handled in different ways. Some of the resources come from mines, as you can sort of see over through here. We've got coal mines, we've got gold mines. This gold mine isn't connected with a road, but this one looks like it must have a road underneath it. Yep, so it's got a connection through to the cities. So we're getting 1.6 coal per turn from that particular mine, and over on this gold mine we're only getting 1.3 until we get a road underneath it. So what I can do through here is actually build bridges to start with, and then I will build up roads all through those different regions. We can also build fields, which gives us the food. So the food in around the cities is important, and all of the different resources all sort of intercombine, and it's sort of quite interesting the way things actually sort of do work. So, for example, the number of citizens. If we go to, like, let's just go to our capital city, for example, and I do need to build another of the units. Now, what I'm building particularly through here, playing as the Romans, I can only use certain units, and so the Milites is like the entry level legion type unit that we actually have available. So we only get these type of units, and they really only fight well on plains and grasslands. So we do need to like, this is something that when we do go and fight, we have to pick our battlefields carefully using milites. And if we use nomads, they're a bit more all-round, but they've got less attack and defense than the milites. But the milites, I think, are sort of what I do want to sort of be grabbing at this point in time. So I'm just going to get a version of those. I've got a few of them down this way. So I've already got 3 milites units across here. I've got a few different of the the nomads as well. So I've got like a nomad over through here. Now, there is a very particular unit. I do want to mention this right at the start. This unit here has been with me since the start of the game, and he actually has special abilities. So he comes in the game with the Forager, which essentially means that he doesn't cost any maintenance at all. So that's quite a useful one. He also comes with the Self-Sufficient, and this allows me to use this unit to go into areas where there's no supply. So extremely useful in the early game. And I've also given him defense and assault, because this is probably the one nomad unit that I don't want to be losing for the whole game, because he, like, as a scout unit and as a unit that can sort of move forward and gobble up territory, this is the guy. No other of my units can actually have that ability. So if I actually have a look at him, you can see that he doesn't produce anything, but he also doesn't consume anything. Whereas all of the other units, if we have a look at this, like the settler units, for example, cost me half a gold per turn and 0.05 food. So they hardly use any food, but they do use up half a gold. So that's what they use. The milites use 0.4 gold and 0.5 food. So they chew up a lot of food, and but not as much gold. And the normal of these nomad units chew up, once again, similar to what we see with the settler unit. But what I've been doing with the units that I want to be using for attack, I've been giving them defense. So I've been just loading them up with defense, whereas the milites, which are going to be sort of like the backbone of my armies, I've been giving them both defense and assault. So we'll do that when we do get this next unit. All right, just press space and go to the next guy. So we've got. What I'll do is I just want to come back down, and on all the planes, I just want to start to get more food. And we'll just press enter now. So I've just got all of these different units now in the different cities, trying to keep them under control. And you can sort of see there that, like, I think if I move this unit off into that location, I think that the happiness will then sort of trigger. Just have a quick look and just see if that actually does impact it at all. We're still not sort of seeing the local happiness through there. We'll see what happens in the next one. There's a lot going on under the hood in this game. Okay, so actually Pavel's then sort of saying that I build way too many units that depopulates my cities. Okay, yeah, that's what I tend to do. So yeah, you don't need much. You don't need much in the way of units. And these guys here I've captured. So they've been. I think one of them, at least one of them's been captured. So I'll have a quick look now at what's going on through here. Once again, just at the happiness. Yeah, that's pushing that. That's having the urban guards in through there is actually now just pushing. I'm getting plus 20% on the territories around my guards as well. So by putting one in the middle there, I'm getting a little bit of extra happiness in this particular city. I still actually have problems in these cities over this side. Let's just move back, and what I do want to do is just put a guard in around here, just to sort of push this back a little bit, just so it's not actually too tricky. Okay, so down through here, this guy is not going to be able to do anything. Just press space. I will just set this one up as in a fortified position for now, in between those two cities. This one here, we can now that we've built the bridges, we can build the roads. Yes, Chemistar is saying that at least there's no red on the happiness map. That won't mean much, to be honest. Now, it looks like they're going to be trying to become a sea power, these guys. Let's just keep on scouting. I really just wanted these for scouting at this point in time. Just see what we can see up this way. Okay, so this is the Bosporans. Now, they haven't really become friendly. I am playing on hard mode now, so it's they're a little bit harder to manipulate. Okay, so that's Mutina and Verona, two of their cities. Now, Verona was an independent city at the start of the game. Is it still independent? I think it might still be independent, actually. So I'll just move this one back around and we'll just get a bit of a picture of... Actually, I might even... Just so we sort of see everything, I'll just move into the middle there. All right, so we've got this unit. Now, this is going to be, once again, one of our standard sort of fighting units. But what I can do is I can build these up at any city. So I'm just going to go across to Belo Claudia, which has been rebelling, like, you know, every decade or so. There's been a rebellion there. So I'm just going to leave that one where it is. Just press space. We've got the roads now built. We'll just build across to here and build more roads. So we're now going to be connecting that particular area. This one here, we want to build more grain. Okay, so Engineer Kenny is saying, he's asking Pavel about the importance of gold. Yeah, gold really is something that what I hadn't been doing was I hadn't been creating trading centres with my extra. And for my recorded game, I don't build any at all, which is pretty bad. This one's got extra defense, but I can start to build trade centers in through here, which will actually give me extra gold. But the gold is mainly used for building units and building resources. Like when we get foraging, I'm going to need to get blacksmiths built, and that's going to cost me a bit of gold. So different things will cost different resources. Like wood, for example, I've got this under control, but when I started playing this game, because I'm playing as the Romans, I didn't really have any trees around me, and so that was quite tricky to actually sort of get to build things using wood. So whenever you build anything, there is a cost. I'll try to show when we just get something else that has to be built. Now, I saw they did actually just build a ship in through there, so I'm going to have to be a little bit careful of them. Okay, they've got more forces down over there as well. Right, so this one through here, just going to leave that one where it is. So I'm just going to press enter. There they go. New technology. So we've got blacksmith has now just come on board, and we need to keep our population levels high so that we can keep on getting more and more knowledge. So at the moment we've got 93 knowledge, which is great. So we can now go to the next level, and I want to get the galleys just so I can start to control the seas. So this will be the next important thing. Also, like the Milites cavalry is something I do want to get as well. So, but I need to get the galley before I can get that. One of the also really cool things about this game is that every time you play it, the tree randomizes itself to a certain degree. Sometimes you might sort of start off with monarchy, sort of like, you know, earlier on, so it means that every time you play it, there's no one way to play the tech tree, which I find really interesting as well. So anyway, we've got different turns now. That's going to cost me. I might just go to do it in, say, 8 turns. Actually, I'll do it in 9 turns. I'm looking at what's going to be left over for me. So if I do it in 9 turns, by that stage I should then have enough for the next one as well. Okay, the German tribes have declared war on us. Excellent. Okay, so that's not a problem. They're not on our landmass, so we should be okay unless they sort of come close to our capital. But we do have that one unit that we can use to start to protect things if we have to. So gold deposits have been found. With this unit through here, I'm going to start to build it up. So this is sort of like where the gold will start to cost us different things. Now, the first thing I want to do is actually increase the defense strength of the units, which gives it, I think, a 40% extra defense when in attacks. Okay, there's nothing much else down that way. I'll just go back and just keep on exploring. This one, the road has been built to there. There's no road underneath there, so I'm just going to keep this one. In fact, what I might just do is just build a route or a route up to that location. That way we'll just get roads all the way through. This one is now been built on all the planes. I'm just going to keep on building. There we go. Now we've got the so the German tribes are at war with us. Actually, there's that. Where's that German tribes? Anyway, they're all at war with us. Now there's an uncertain outcome, and I don't know whether to go for it or not. We're sort of surrounded with these guys, and I think I might just run. I think I prefer to try to keep the ships if I can. Just press enter. Peace proposal. Oh, peace the next year. Okay. Look, I'll say yes. I don't know why. Look, their attitude towards us is fairly good, but our actual army morale, we actually are below average when we fight against these guys, so it makes it a little bit harder for us to fight them. Anyway, we certainly have much more power than what they've got. Okay, nothing much else over there. All right, we'll get more fields over this side. Okay, so Pavel's also saying Daz is in war with everyone because he uses sieges way too often. This is considered unhonourable military actions and has big negative impact on relations. Oh, there you go. I didn't know that. Okay, God, it's sort of, you learn so much. Just you know, look, it's great actually having the devs in the game, because that's what I do. That's how I take my cities. It's a safe way for me to take my cities, but okay, I didn't realise that it actually had a big negative impact on the relations that you have with other groups. So with this one, I'm just going to now go and get its assault as well, which cost me a little bit of gold and iron. This one through here, just want to make sure that once again that there's just nothing in these locations. So we'll end up sort of getting these across and moving them up. Press enter. Here we go. Oh, we held on there. Okay, now they've come back on board into our territories. The Antigonid army landed on our coast. Now, they're not going to be able to build much. We're going to be certainly able to outproduce them because they don't have access to gold or iron. These guys are not at war. We're not at war with them, so we're just going to keep on sort of scouting our way through. Finding different areas that we'll have to eventually get to attack. So this guy is now done, so I'm just going to fortify him up in that location, and back in through here. We already got roads in there. Yeah, there was already roads in there, so we'll just get more fields in that location. So this is just a settler. The settlers don't take any territory from you, but we might as well go and kill it off. Oops, I didn't mean to move that one there. Actually, it would be great if there was an undo screen, but or like an undo button for for certain units. But I can't do anything. I mustn't have. I don't have roads there. Okay, I'm going to have to build some roads. I should have gone across and then down to attack that unit. Press enter again. Uh-oh. I was surrounded by enemies. We're screwed until we can get galleys, and we're going to need to get like a fleet of galleys set up. At least we know that we can build. We have another. Actually, no, we can't get through this way. So any fleet that we have in here can get out this side, but can't get across to where the fights are against the Germans and the Antagonists. So this is the only shipyard that we have over this side, which we will make use of fairly soon, as soon as we get the navigation with the galleys. Now it's defending itself, so it's a bit harder for us to kill it off, but we'll get there eventually. This one we'll take across to this side and leave it where it is. That one's, we'll just keep on building, like on all these different planes around through here. We'll just keep on building up the fields. So Pavel is saying, did I lower the fog density? I did a little bit, actually. Yeah. So in the last one, we were commenting about that it was hard to sort of see stuff that I've already discovered. And I'll show that now because that was actually added. It was added in within minutes of finishing the live stream. It seemed like minutes anyway. So if you just go to game settings, where is it? The terrain color. No, that's the terrain color. Where was it? Fog density. Actually, no, the fog density is still high. I must have changed this one. I must have changed the wrong one. I think it's normally around about the 50%. So I'll change this one down to around about, say, 46%. This was just added in because I was finding the fog a little bit... hang on. Do you want to continue? No. We want to save the player options and then close. Okay, resume game. That should reduce... Yeah, so in through here, we can now start to see a little bit more through the fog of war, which you can still make. You can see very clearly now the areas that we haven't discovered, but also the areas that we have sort of seen a little bit of. So yeah, for me that just I quite like that. Yeah, it looks really cool. That's good. Thanks for putting that in. Okay, so Engineer Kenny is saying, what difficulty level is today's game being played on? And Pavel is saying, I think it's medium, but I'm not sure. No, this is on hard, actually. I started playing on hard, but I had a really good attack. Actually, I'll just move that up and just let them keep on attacking me. I had a really good attack against the Antigonids, so I took all of their territory very quickly. And there we go. There's the capital of the Bosporans. And it looks like this may end up where we get locked into this big lake as well. So we've got like a big lake in through there, which we probably don't really need to worry about because it's all connected to our landmass. So all of this, when we do go to war with them, ultimately, that will actually all be the one area. All right. So, they didn't attack us. Oh, here we go. Now we've got the Peltasts have now sort of come in. So the Antigonid army landed on our coast. All right, so they're putting up a bit of a fight, and that's actually a special unit as well. That's not just a stock standard unit. Or maybe this does get through. Interesting. I'm building a road up this way as well, just so I've got connection down the coast if I needed it. But I'm looking now at what's happening over here. I'm not going to need this. So we'll just keep on building the route across to here. We'll just keep on building more of the fields. Got him. All right, and that's our special forager unit. So once again, that's one unit that we don't want to be losing. Particularly in it's not so much a problem now, but in the early game, it's not. It's they're very, very important. Now, what we have over through here is these are Peltasts. Now, the Peltasts they're a Greek unit. So these are sort of like the Greek style fighters, and they have benefits. They're better fighters than we are in the forest, but only slightly. They're pretty close to our legionnaires or our milites. So their grassland fighting, they have a little bit of defence, so plus 20% defence in the grass, but we actually get, I think we get like a 20% or thereabouts attack bonus as well, so that will cancel each other out. On a hill, they attack poorly, but they defend okay. We defend with 0 on a hill, but and our attack is also pretty poor. So if they get onto a hill, we're not going to really be able to take them off the hill easily. Plains, they're 20 and 20. If we have a bit of a look at our guy, because we've got one over here, and have a look at his abilities. So in the forest, we're a lot worse. The grass, we have plus 30% and plus 40% defence, so we're very, very good on the grasslands. The hill, we actually still attack at minus 40%, but we don't have any defence bonuses on the hill. And then the plains, plus 30 and plus 40. So where this guy is he's come across, looks to be in forest, yeah, so he's actually now come across into a forest territory. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the grasslands over through here and sort of almost force him to attack me. Hang on, where is he? I can go to there. That's also forest, which is not what I want. I don't want to be defending in forest, but he also then attacks poorly into forest. So I'm just going to sort of put a little bit of pressure on him to come and attack me. And so this is sort of how I've been playing the game, is just putting my guys where they're strongest and trying to get them to actually attack me into my strengths, which they've sort of been doing a fair bit. Back in through here, this, actually, which one are we up to? I do want this guy to heal up. Okay, that's the edge of the land. I'll just move up to here, just so this thing can actually heal. He did pretty well, actually, just to stay alive like that. So we'll get more of the fields in through there, and press enter. Yeah, so he's attacking us. So he's attacking into our strengths. That's why we get the kill. Okay, so this guy here is now finished. And I'll just move up to that grassland as well. We'll just get all fields down through here. This one we want to heal up, but just slowly over time will be fine. So we'll just do self-healing. And this one actually does also need healing, I think. Yeah, it also needs to heal as well. So we can have a look at the actual fight that occurred, but I will ultimately move into that location just to take it back again, and we'll just settle into here and slowly sort of fix the ship at that particular point. So just leave that one where it is. Just press E, and this ship will just keep on exploring. And what else is there? Let's have a look at this. So we've got got these different guys down through here, just really waiting for these towns to become sort of friendly. At the moment, their loyalty is very, very low, so I do need to keep garrisons in around here. I could put a garrison in between these cities. In fact, this one over through here is actually nowhere near as bad. It's got a little bit of, like, its loyalty is still a bit suspect, but it's not, like, this one's Millicent, you know, like, it's actually got current general morale is 75%. It is improving over time. This one's also at 67%. So I just need to stay on those just for the time being. Press enter. And take that territory back. This one here, we just want to heal them up. So I'm just going to keep this one. In fact, I'll just have to do self-healing on that one. This one here, we'll just go and grab more fields. And more fields in through there as well, which costs us a little bit of gold just to build the fields. Self-heal. And yeah, we've now got the roadways that now connect up through. So I want to start to come back through this side as well and just get ready for the attacks that are going to be occurring over this side, and also to connect up some of the resources we've been able to sort of get our hands on. Just move that one across. I won't worry about that top corner. Just move across. Alright, we can't get it through there. So that is the edge of that Bosphorian territory. Now there was one little gap. No, that gets blocked off through there as well. So this is one great big lake in this side, which we don't really need to worry ourselves with. So I'll just come back and check out what that is, and then probably get rid of the boat. Maybe I'll keep it just for in case we wanted to do a surprise attack, maybe in around their capital, which probably would actually work out pretty well. So anyway, we'll just press enter, continue on. So Engineer Kenny saying, Daz, just wanted to say you're doing a wonderful job of explaining what you're doing and why you're doing it. Yeah, look, if you've got any questions, I'm going to be missing comments, but I know when you're trying to play a game and get your head around whether it's the right sort of game for you, it is quite a it's important to actually know what's going on. So I'm trying to sort of explain what's going through my head as well, which is good as well, because Pavel can then actually tell me what I'm doing wrong, which is ideal. Okay, so we've got that one in through there. I'm going to keep this forest. One of the really cool things, again, about the game is with the resources, it's not about the territory that you own. So even though, like, I've got massive territory, like if I sort of zoom out a little bit, I've got massive territories back over through here that I don't have any infrastructure around. Like I haven't built up around where I started. It's all been around where I've actually got the attacks we're going through. So these are all the cities that I've taken over. I haven't settled any of these cities. So there's a hell of a lot of AI cities that I've got my hands on. But all of the I don't get anything from this jungle or this forest. None of this is actually usable for me. It's sort of a bit like Siberia, I guess, in the early days of Russia's expansion. You know, you get the territory, but you don't really get any use of it. It's only the size of the cities that dictate what goes on. Now, we've got a small city back over here. So this is so Paestrum only works in a square. So it doesn't take anything from this particular forest tile, but this forest tile it does. So it gets 0.26 food from that particular forest tile and 0.15 wood. Similarly over here, 0.26 and 0.15. And once again, that's forest. So this one's surrounded by forest and then a bit of scrub at the bottom there. Now, scrub is sort of unusable flat land. And so the scrub is giving me just very, very minimal food. As the cities get bigger, so if we go across to this one over through here, for example, you'll see it's now a big square. So this is, once again, forest. We're getting what we were getting from the different forest. In the jungle, we get less because it's more difficult to actually make use of. I can change that jungle into forest if I wanted to, just by draining the swamps in the actual jungle. But similarly over there, so you can see through there, it's only half the yield of forest. So forest is much more usable, and even in through here, I get actually reasonable food I get more food from the ocean from fishing than what I do from in around here. So each city does actually have its own unique sort of way of looking at things. I don't know if we've got anything that's big enough. Yeah, this one that you can see through here has extended its territory out. So it's captured. Don't know why we don't have that one. Oh, here we do have that one. So this one here, you can sort of see it's now got the square, but it's going further afield as well. So it's getting a little bit more from around the place. And if we actually have a look at the city itself, we can then see what the production is. So it's picking up a little bit of gold. Actually, I thought it showed that a bit differently somewhere else. I've seen another screen of this. No, maybe this was it. That's the consumption. I thought it showed the production, and that's not actually showing us. It's showing the production of the city itself. Or is it just when I hover over it? Hang on, can't remember where this is now. Right click on the unit menu. Right click on the unit menu. Is that, oh hang on, is it unit menu? Which one's that? It is here, isn't it? If I right click on that, I'll get this. It's only showing me the production. And that's just the basic sort of production for cities. And you can change the size to see what sort of production you get depending on the size of the city as well. But no, it's not showing me what I wanted to show. No, I'm not seeing it there. Sorry, Pavel. I'm not finding it. But anyway, there is a way where you can get a summary. I'm sure there's a summary somewhere of what each city is actually producing as well. I can't remember where that is. But I'm missing something there. What the hell is it? This is the unit menu, I'm pretty sure. If you want to see the overall, just click on the city on the map and hover over the city tiles. So just click on that. And where do we see that? No, it's still not showing me. Oh, there it is. Sorry, it's just without it done. You can see through there. Yeah, so we've got the yields around here. So I'm getting 14.6 food and 0.36 wood from that particular city. So if I select this, okay, now I've got it. So if I go back to these forest cities and then just, oops, hang on. And then hover over. I don't know why it's doing that. Hang on, I don't know how to get rid of. There we go, right click on that. And so we can now sort of see that we're getting 0.46 food and only 1.1 food. Sorry, 4.6 wood. And then it's also got the resources that it's using up as well, just to sort of keep that city alive. So anyway, there's a lot of depth, an incredible lot of depth in the game itself. I don't want to sort of spend too much time worrying about that though, I guess. But I did want to sort of show off these things because there's some quite unique things that the game actually has, which you don't sort of see in many other games. Let's just keep that one self-healing. This one I'm going to move back to Lepidus Minus, just so we can keep that one under control. We don't want that one flipping. This unit in through here has now pretty much done everything we needed it to do, but it will come across and start to build up roads in that location around Elise. And do we have... Yeah, we do have a road under there. That's okay as well. Okay, we'll just press enter. Here they go again. So they're coming on board. The Antigonid army has landed on our coast. Peace proposal from the Antigonids. At this point in time, I don't want them on my territory, but I do want them... look, I'm going to say no. I do want to get peace with them, but not when they've still got territory that they can then, you know, sort of weasel their way back into our territories. So I want to go back to Elise and just protect Elise, which, I mean, it's going to be fairly strong anyway. So this guy here, we're just going to keep him where he is. In fact, with Elise, we might just get defense on that particular, on some of these cities. I don't know which way he's going to go. I might even start to bring some of these legionnaires down just to sort of, because it seems like the fighting is going to be happening down in the south here. And I'm pretty happy with the happiness that was happening up through there. If I, once again, just click on happiness, we can sort of see that things are fairly good now back up through this territory. And it's really only down here that where the Antigonids are sort of starting to now cause problems for us. So we do need to move our forces down just to stop revolts, which are going to be sort of occurring down in this region now of the map. It's pretty cool that whole local happiness aspect. Once again, not something I've sort of seen in other games. So Paestrum, I think we can sort of safely remove that as well. I might just build some roads coming through. I'll just leave one of my other units back there for now. Just press space. This one we do want to heal him up ultimately, so I'm just going to leave him where he is. Just press E. And this boat as well, just keep that one healing up. And you can just keep on building your fields. Now we're in here, we've got grassland down that way. It's a little bit far away from the cities. Got a hill, got deserts out this side. We'll build a route across to there. Just finish off, just checking there's no other land masses that are useful, no other resources. Okay, this guy can stay where he is, so just press enter. Yeah, I definitely don't want to be losing that unit. So we've now got galleys as well. Excellent. So we've got galleys, and we still had enough of the knowledge left over to be able to then sort of go into the next thing as well. Now we've got Pathfinder, which will allow me to have like a forced march or a loaded march. But the Miletus Cavalry will allow me to then get units where I can start to raid and sort of move fairly quickly. That's something that I do want to get. So I think we'll select that technology. So we'll grab that one next. And I'll just keep a little bit left over. So I'll time this one for... I'm in no rush, so I'll make this one 7. Now we are losing traction here against this unit. We're in a dangerous position, is the General's advice. And to stay back in this territory, we've actually now lost a little bit... what's he down to? 7,500. He starts at 10,000 soldiers. They want this city back. The city itself has not got defense set up just yet. Now we can get there in one turn, so we'll send this one back. I'd be happy to lose that unit than the nomad unit. because that nomad unit is sort of like our special nomad unit. March these down. And we've got a little bit over here that we can start to develop as well. Where are we there? Oh, okay. We hadn't seen this. I don't think we'd seen this. That's the Bosporans. So they've actually taken this this landmass, and there was actually a mine on that landmass as well. This unit here, I want to get him away from there, so I'll move him back. And this one here, I'm just going to build some bridges and roads, just in case I have to sort of move across. I'm guessing we're going to get a lot of attacks down in this region of the land. Now he has also taken some damage. It's an uncertain outcome. I'm just going to stay where I am actually with that unit. Just press space, and I do want him to heal up, but I'll fortify him at his spot. This guy I'm going to put into Lepidus Minus, so he can just sort of keep control of that one as well. And I can heal him up in one go, but I won't worry about it. I'll just press E. And this guy, we want to get him across into the grasslands, just to start to sort of take these on. So we'll get 2 of those. All right, so we've seen everything there. Build dirt roads, and the one thing I did want to do was to start building galleys. So back over here, I'm going to change the specialisation across to galleys. It's going to cost me 20 gold, which I've got a fair bit of gold now. I've got heaps of iron and also some stone as well. So we'll just sort of retool the shipyard for that. Enter. That's good. So he sort of worn himself out. So their peltasts are good also in the grasslands, but we've got absolute supremacy now because he's so badly damaged. And now we're not going to know much about him. We can see certain information, and certain information is then exposed to us the more that we are in proximity of these sort of units. So our forces are now seeing how many soldiers he has. We can gauge his actual attack and defense strength, whereas when they first arrive, you don't actually know. They're a bit of an unknown factor. So we can definitely smash this with our legions. Got him. All right, so victory. We took 322 casualties, but we destroyed them. Waiting for them to attack is certainly like a clean way of progressing through the game. I might just move these up. I might just check that happiness again. It's probably one of the things where we really do have to keep on top of this. You can see there that the happiness is now starting to wane a little bit. I might even move that unit back a little bit just to shore up in between those 2 different cities. I'll sit on the temple. Yeah, this has sort of been a hotbed of enemy activity down through here, which is where the old capital of theirs has just caused a lot of problems. I would like to take this somehow, but I'm going to have to throw a lot of troops at it to be able to do that, and I don't think it's worth it. I think if I can end up getting peace afterwards, if I can take that territory in through there, that will probably be the best way to go. I'll just press space and see what we've got left. Okay, so this one here will just get more fields. This one's still healing up. And this guy here we want to heal up as well. Now I can actually pay to have him healed at this location, but I think I'll just leave him where he is. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fortify him. He'll eventually come good, because we need to have fortification in these regions. So just press E on that one, and that one is ready to go, I think. We built roads there? What do we have? So I'll move that one across. So at least we've got, in fact, we've only got bridges but no roads in that location as well. I might come back and build roads there. Okay, I'm just seeing there's some comments there about the modding and stuff. I won't have a good read through, but yeah, I'm looking forward to actually finding out about the modding. It looks like you can do a lot with the game. It looks like it's mainly JSON files for any of you modders out there, like big JSON files for the scenarios. But I only had a quick look. I didn't really get right into it. Additional, so we found a whole lot of extra knowledge. That's a lot of knowledge to find. Number of your citizens of Vestigi have decreased by 12%. Damn it. That's not good. Where's the Stegi? I'm guessing it's down here somewhere. Yeah, there. Why are they so unhappy? Actually, our happiness is going backwards. We've sort of shored up this territory now on the happiness map. Yeah, oh well, we'll see what happens, I guess. This is another thing. I want to be I haven't checked out what's in through here, and I do want to do that with a unit. So I might even use. I'm going to need one of these units. I might use this unit and just get him marching off. This guy here, we're going to build some roads. Just take that territory back, and then we've got the this unit over this side as well. I'll move him back in towards the capital, or the old capital, just so he's floating around between these different centres. Okay, that one's done. We don't really need any more roads. We've got a road that goes across there. There's nothing else. Actually, I might send him across just to get, so we can get more wood, just to drain the swamps from those jungles. And that guy can just stay where he is. Okay, we've now found everything that we needed to find. The boats, I don't know if they chew up much. They chew up a bit of gold, 0.6 gold. I think what I'll do is I think I'll get rid of that boat. So let's just sell it off. Enter. Okay, so Engineer Kenny is saying, if you put a unit in Astigi, will that help with the happiness? It will, yeah, but I'm not sure if it'll. I don't know if that was a random event or not. Okay, German tribes have declared war on us again. So the attitude towards us. Yes, so this is how we can see what they think about us. So we've got internal administrative changes. We're happy enough with that. Dishonourable military actions. That must be the sieging, I guess, and war declared. Was fairly recent as well. Peace signed. Don't know why that's such a negative. And long-lasting peace. So, we haven't had a long-lasting peace, but there's still the attitude is not bad. It's not bad. So they won't invade in mass, I don't think. Now, what have we got in through here? We've got this unit down this way that we want to just move away. Probably in between those three cities. If I move that one in, I can then start to keep the peace in those cities, but just by keeping that unit back there. This boat has now finished its actions. You can start to move across, and this guy here. What was I going to do? I was going to move him back to Lepidus Minus, or close by anyway. They only get half the garrison results, but it's enough to sort of start to feed out across this whole territory. So I'll just keep him around this on that road. There's a road there, I think. Yep. Right, so space. So we want to just do more exploring. I completely forgot that I had a whole other territory up above. Now, this one over through here, we've now gone through and pretty much got everything that we needed to from around these regions. There's nothing much else for us to do. This grassland, when Lepidus Minus becomes a big city, this grassland will then kick in, but at this point in time, it's not really worth it. Just press enter. People are fleeing from Lepidus Minus, yeah. Okay, so it is this happiness thing is a problem. I'm going to leave that one where it is. I'm just going to leave that one, which I might come into the city, I think, and look after it. So we are losing people. Leave that one where it is. And this guy here, we're just going to drain the swamp through here. So drain terrain in 3 turns. So that chews up population to do that, but ultimately that'll be then a good centre for us to have. Now I'm going to go across. I'm just going to walk across the scrublands across to that one, and this guy here is. I can't fortify him just yet, so I'll just press E. That reminds me, I need to get galleys built. Now what I want to do here is I want to get 2 galleys just for the attacks. So we're going to go and build. So the galleys are going to cost me 12 gold, 8 wood, which I've got enough. I'm just looking up the top there. I love this as well. When you hover over it, it sort of gives you a summary as to what you're going to have left as well when you actually do chew this thing up. So, and it does take 6 population. I've got good population now, so we'll grab we'll grab 2 galleys there very, very quickly and have them fight as a fleet. The galleys can take 2 units, but they also attack stronger than the boats. There's a lot of boats floating around. We want to kill them off. All right. Now, I'm probably going to run out of time before I can really do an invasion, which I would have liked to have done in this session. Still got a little over half an hour, so I'll just keep it going. But this guy here, we just want him to heal up. I can pay for him to heal up ultimately. Oh, hang on, can't be healed there. I'm not sure why not. Maybe I need. I don't know if I need to specialise as Meletes to for that to actually happen. What is the specialisation that this one can do? Yeah, I can actually put Meletes in through here if I wanted to sort of build more of them. But we're going to be having to ultimately attack the German tribes, and it's probably going to be forest, which our legions won't fight all that well in. This guy here, we're just going to fortify him in the middle. And I'm going to fortify that one there as well, just to sort of shore up the negativity that's going on through there. We've got the different roads. This guy has pretty much now done everything we wanted him to do. I might just move him back towards the capital. And just do extra work out that way. Whoa! Fleets everywhere. Okay, I'm going to attack this. There's equal chances. This one's taken a bit of damage anyway. Yeah, hardly any casualties happening. I think once we get the galleys, that's going to... I don't know if that's been a change in the game, but I've noticed that previously you'd lose those fairly quickly, but not at the moment. So we're just going to move this unit. This is our forager unit, so it doesn't worry about too much. Now, I just wanted to see what was actually in here. There may be a resource, which would then stop us from automatically grabbing all of that terrain. Just press enter. As I say, the terrain itself doesn't really matter. In fact, they've got a lot of ships. There we go. Oh my god. We've got 3 ships in that location, plus another one over here. We're sunk. Now, I think the way that the game works, and I wouldn't mind trying to sort of figure this one out, we'll have a bit of a look at this, is that each subsequent attack that turn weakens your defence by a percentage. So we'll see if we can figure that one out. Pavel may be able to let us know if that's going to happen. Actually, Pavel's also saying, Daz, to find out where the next particular event happened, just click on the report in the top left corner list. Yeah, we'll have a look at that now, because that will then give us battle results for each of those. We now also have the Milites cavalry, which we can start to build. And I do want to get one of those so I can quickly go and shore up different locations. We have the Pathfinder, which I do want to get, which will allow my troops to move faster. So we'll do that. We're getting good. Actually, I can do that in 4 turns. I'll just do that in 4. It's going to leave me a lot left over, so I can just keep on going with the next one. So let's just go across. The plains should give us an extra move. Oh, there we go. A gold mine that we hadn't seen. So that's going to be useful. We'll bring this unit back to Italica. Oh, sorry, yeah, Italica, and so that way we can just start the getting some roads across to that mine that we've just found. So we've got our first galley. Now I don't want to send this one in on its own initially, so I'm just going to keep that one where it is. And I'll just go, oops, training. We can get extra defense for it, which we do want to do that. This unit here, I'm just going to have it build a route back. It wants to go across that edge. I prefer it to be building back in this side, I think. So we'll just get these connected. So rather than go along the front, where the Bosporans can then sort of start to, if they attack us, they'll be able to sort of cut us off on the roads. I wanted to have extra roads coming from this choke point. So that was sort of the thinking behind that one. Oh, damn it, I forgot to look at the summary. Damn it. I wanted to have a look. Okay, so yeah, Pavel's actually telling us the answer anyway. So he's saying, every attack during one turn gives the defender the more battles in turn penalty, which goes up with each attack for that turn. If you attack one unit 4 times in one turn, this unit has got 90% penalty, which is the maximum penalty. So the more attacks you can do subsequently per turn, the better off you actually are, which is once again really cool, because it means that you can sacrifice your different units and then sort of have them sort of working for to get, like, for example, if I'm trying to take this particular city, I could surround it with ships and then just have unit after unit sort of throw itself, and eventually it would be weakened to the point where it would be easy for us to take it. Now I'm going to be moving this galley back. I don't want it in the fight just yet until we get a second galley, for exactly that reason. I want them ganging up on other troops. So this first galley has now been done, and this one has, we've got extra defense on the galley. So we'll build the next galley. So build galley, so we'll get that in a turn or so, and then we'll also give that defense as well, and then that one would be ready to move off. These also do take 2 troops. So you can see there's current number of troops inside is 0, but the actual maximum is 2, whereas the boats that we're sort of seeing around the place are only 1. And these have much higher attack and defense strengths as well. Just press enter. Yeah, so the more attacks per turn, the better off you are. And you saw there the AI actually was doing that. So it sort of surrounded us and then got rid of us. This one here, I'm just going to keep it where it is. The galleys also move a lot further than the others. So we've now taken this territory, and it now continues on. Okay.
Yes.
German tribes. We've got a land bridge to the German territories. Okay, so we're at war with them, and I don't want to be in this. I'm on the where am I? I'm on grasslands. Damn it. I can't move back. And we don't defend all that well in the grasslands. I can't do anything with this unit, unfortunately. We've got fair chances against him as well. He's on the plains. Let's have a look and see whether it's worth attacking or not. Yeah, grass, we get nothing. Look, I'm just going to sit there. I've got extra defense if I need it. The defense is going to give me increased by 50%. So let's try to rely on our defense to at least survive. I could move across, but I think I'll wait. All right, okay, so we're going to just press enter through here. Actually, no, just press space and see who else we've still got. So I do want to build a road out to that territory, and now we can just end our turn. Here we go. Don't die, don't die, don't die. Good. Good, we survived. And we do actually end up with a bit of an advantage there. There's our second galley. This, oops, now this one I want to be moving back. Oh, damn it, because we got attacked, we have to stand. This is another really interesting thing with the game itself. It's I've only got one move left. Because it attacked me, I still lose a movement point, which means I can't move back off. But if I'm just going to go and cancel that move order. This is absolute supremacy now against him. I'm going to attack him. Got him. Okay. So next turn, we should then be able to move away, unless he has more forces that he can bring up. We're going to drain this this area off as well. And this one, I'm still just going to keep that one back where it is, because I'll need this one to also get its defense strength up. And then those two galleys can then start to peg back against the German tribes. Okay, so they're back in through here. We now just want to get the this one through. I might just move it across this across that area. So we've got this galley. I'm just going to press enter. Okay, we've now got the Pathfinder ability, which we can use to get like more speed, and we've also got Discipline. Units keep its fighting spirit despite losses on the battlefield. We can also build forts, increase the defense. I want to get the wagon. Now the wagon is going to cost me Pathfinder, which I've got. It's going to take a bit of Discipline, and in fact the Discipline will then allow me to get the wagon. So I do want the wagon just so I can sort of move into their territories, and just. Okay, so we've got preparations for war. Yep, that's okay. So we've got a territory back over this side. Now, I'm going to move this unit back because, as I say, I want to protect that unit as much as possible. I'm going to be turtling a little bit. So in through here, we don't know what the German tribes have got. The galleys move an awfully long distance, and ultimately, what I want to do is have them move in, do a little bit of scouting. Okay, there's a city back in through there, which will be a German city, and then I want this one to end up back on that other spot. So I'm not seeing much else through there. Yep, and I've got to go back. It's the only way I can really sort of have them both sort of end up together. So that's our fleet, with no troops on board just yet. But we'll try to sort of control the waterways now with just using these two galleys. Okay, we'll press enter. Peace proposal, no. No, it's too late for that now. Too late. You've now got your measure. Let's go and hunt these ships down. We're in around this region. There's one over there. So we don't have any general's advice on this at all. So you can see through there, and the higher the difficulty level you play, the less information you end up getting. So in this case, this isn't the German tribes, but it is a fleet. It looks like it's been a little bit injured. In fact, we can get a little bit of information there. Its current attack strength is only 0.7, whereas our attack strength is 2, so we do have an advantage. We didn't kill it. And we did take 131 casualties ourselves, so we're slightly injured. I'm going to move this galley down, and then we should be able to finish it off. So now its defences are even less than what it was before. But it's still held on. I think we might need a third galley. We sort of caused a bit of drama for them. This unit here, I'm going to move him back and get him healed up. And I'm going to switch over this unit and get him back across to the front. This unit in through here is okay. We'll just leave that one back up there. I might even build myself another Milites unit. In fact, what I should have done is... I've got the drill arena. Actually, I do want to get the extra speed. I've got so many different things I want to be building. So back in through here, this is my stable. I haven't been able to build it. We'll change the specialisation to the Milites Cavalry, which I do want to get. So it's going to cost me a little bit of gold. I've got enough gold for all of this stuff. And what else do we need to do? We've got the... we've still got big territories that just where we don't have any protection at all. Just leave all that alone, I think.
What?
That one's okay. Just press space. Okay, and enter. So it's going to get another galley, that's right. Get a third galley. That way, once we start the attacks, we should be able to then defeat them fairly effectively. Build another galley. Sorry about that, my phone just beeping at me. Just press enter. The engineer Kenny saying those galleys... Oh, here we go. Now, they're going to be trying to attack us. Now, there we go. So we should be able to defend very effectively against these ships. Peace proposal from the Antagonids. In this case, I'm going to go no, because they're building up more and more ships. So let's not. We might even be able to take them on at some point as well. Okay, exceptionally high birth rate this year, increased the population by by 3.8. A lot of these I'm not sure which ones are just random and which ones aren't. I'm meant to play a game with the randomization turned off, actually, just to get a bit of a feel for it. Now, this unit is a little bit injured. So we're down to, instead of having an attack of 2, we've got an attack of 1.9 because of the injuries. And we don't have any real advice. We've got good prospects against this unit. There's 2 ships there. Let's kill this unit off. Now we may get an unlucky hit. There we go. We've just destroyed one of their ships. And actually our attack strength has gone down. We lost a fair few units there. And this one here, I'm just going to move this one down and then attack north. Actually, that one didn't do it. Why not? Why not? This guy over here, I might move him back across. Might get another road just through the middle here. Leave him there to heal up. We've got 100% supply out through this region, which is good. And enter. Great, sunk another one. There's more coming. There's another one sunk. The boats really can't compete with the galleys. That's annoying because, actually no, I still can't attack in through here. We've got a definite advantage. Because we're attacking into grasslands, our Milites should actually certainly have the measure of a nomad. There we go. Smashed him, but we did take a few casualties. And as far as this guy's concerned, I think I might even just keep this one coming up. It's a little bit risky moving him up and into these sort of territories, to be honest. I think I might just leave him back. Might even create another city somewhere. Jungle's in through there, desert's down this way. Probably another city. Oh, actually, I had always meant to build a city down there, so I'm going to move that one back and build a city back in that location. This one here, we're just going to keep on getting more grain. But we're doing pretty well now with all of our different bits and pieces. Let's go and at Italica, let's go and build ourselves yet another Milites. And we're still waiting on this one to build, I think. We didn't build that one? I thought we had built one. Okay, we'll build one there. This guy here just has to fortify and heal up. And that will actually then just do... Actually, we'll move that one across to there. And then start the building a route across the scrubland. So this next boat needs to then get its defence, and we can get Pathfinder on these boats, but they move so fast anyway that I'm not going to really worry too much about it. Now these have now suffered an awful lot. We're down to 1.2 out of 2 strength with this particular ship. You can see through here we don't have a, because we've been attacked so much. In fact, if we go across to the reports, yeah, we got attacked twice. We got attacked up through this side to start with, where we had where it attacked us and we destroyed it. But the attack then for the second time, we should then have the more battles penalty of minus 30%. So when the second one attacked us, we actually had this negative 30%. So the more attacks you have, the less effective you actually are. So that's a really, really good mechanic to actually have. So there's a lot of little hidden things in the game. But I think what I'll do is I'm going to go and attack this unit, even though I'm fairly weak. Okay, we've got rid of that one, and we have this unit here, which is actually fairly strong. So we've got one that's weak and one that's strong. Just going to keep them together once again, just for protection. We've now destroyed pretty much the Antigonid fleet, except for that one. It just got built. Okay, so we're going to need to now move back to the home area. Before I do that, though, let's just make sure that one does have its defense set up. Just move that one out, and we'll keep all three galleys together. I will heal this one up automatically. It's going to cost me gold, iron, and men. I can only do one at a time. I'm just going to leave that one there, and I'm just going to move that one back on top, just so that it will then protect the units that are actually in there. Right, so there we go. We've got all that one done. Okay, so Pavel is saying cavalry units are support units. They are very good to weaken the enemy and giving him the more attacks penalty. They also have a high chance of withdrawal after the battle doesn't go well. Once the enemy unit is weakened, the melee unit should finish the enemy off. Yeah, so that's where you get your combined arms, which is, once again, really cool, the way that sort of does work. And I've sort of, I think there's been little tweaks to the way that the battles are taking place now in the game. They're not as decisive as they were, or even just like a week ago. Like it's becoming sort of more strategic from what I can sort of see. If we just go and just press space, who hasn't moved? This one I can. We have a definite advantage. I think we'll take it. We'll do what Pavel actually said, where if I keep on besieging, I'm going to end up just like people aren't going to be wanting to deal with me. So we'll just go on the attack here. And that used to be a very risky exercise, but I've noticed it's not quite as risky as it used to be. We've still lost a fair few men. We have got that one done. We're going to go. Actually, I'm going to move this unit around now to keep on building the roadway through. We'll just connect those areas that back up. This unit here needs to heal up. I'm just going to leave that one where it is. Just press E. Press E on that one. Actually, we'll just press Enter and end our turn. There we go. The first of our cavalry. And we've got another soldier there as well. So we've now got discipline as well that we can start to get. So we can start to build up our troops, and we can now get the battle wagon, which is a transport unit used by armies to transport infantry units over long distances. This will also give us a bit of supply, I think, as well. So that's worth getting. So we've got an awful lot of the tech tree to go, but we're slowly sort of now getting into the interesting units. So, and I probably will keep that one fairly fast. So we'll just go with, in 4 turns, we'll get that one. Okay, so we've got the the galley is now, that galley is done. I'm just going to move that off the way for a minute. Just trying to get that one healed up. We'll build ourselves a second city in through here. And we want to start to get extra training on these different units as well. So we can now get, we had a defense and assault to start with. We now have discipline, and we also have battle pathfinder. So we're going to be wanting all of these things. So I'm just going to really start to fix these units up. This one I can't do much with this one just yet. We do have to fix up Gorgippa. So we'll just do that. It's going to cost a lot of stone and iron. I'm going to move that one back just to protect that ship again. Just waiting for that shipyard to come good. I've only got 10 more minutes before we have to close up the session. So if there are any questions, if you can sort of highlight my name, maybe in caps. Actually, I don't know if you get pinged with having caps in here, but if you highlight my name with a question, or if you ask, Pavel will also be able to. Actually, Pavel's saying once a vessel in the shipyard, it cannot be attacked by enemy vessels. Okay, great. Okay, that was another thing. It's so much to learn. There's a lot of depth in this game. There's an awful lot of depth. So we'll just continue on. But if you do have any questions, please sing out. There's only 10 minutes to go, so I think Pavel is the best person to actually answer any of the questions. It looks like that they may have come across to this city themselves and sort of looked after themselves there with it. I'll just press space. This guy, will just let himself heal slowly over time. This one I'm just going to, in that case, I can actually move this one off if I wanted to. But I think I'll just keep it back where it is. We'll just press enter. Okay. Oh, here we go. More invasions coming in. Okay, the Antagonids have landed on the coast yet again. So we've got one of the fixed ships. Now, if we go to training, Pathfinder, I'm not really interested in for the ships because they move so far anyway. So move that one off. Why didn't that one want to move? And this one, we're just going to do a special healing on that one as well, just to get it right up to full strength as quickly as possible. Okay, so we've got the different groups up through here. We'll take this one. He's on the grassland now, which is where we fight most effectively. So I can also the colours that we're seeing through here mean different things. Like this is this one means that I can sort of move to this location, then can still actually move, and you can see through there that I do get an attack with that unit. So I'm going to move that one across. And fair chances, we'll take it. Once again, we're very, very good at fighting on the grassland. They're reasonable at it, but our troops actually do have these extra bonuses as well. What I might do is, while I've got units in cities, I might just increase their abilities as well. We've got the Pathfinder on these different units. Oops, hang on. That one up through here. The assault on that one. We have this unit. I'm just going to move. Actually, I'll just have a quick look at the happiness map. The happiness map has come pretty good. Still bad down this way, but this is all pretty. It's pretty clean up through here. So we'll move across to the middle and just get that one leveled up as well, and then move this one back in. Next, actually, I'm pressing N for next, but it's space. And this guy here, once again, he needs to heal up before we can do too much. I would be wanting him to level up as well. We can level this one up, so we'll get Pathfinder. So all of those troops will actually end up doing different things with. So I don't know whether to wait for that next ship or not. I think I will. I think I'll keep all three ships together. So I'll just press E and E. And this unit, don't know if it can do more or get more from a city like this. I don't think it can. We'll see. I think these only have like defense. I don't think it can get the other the stuff that the actual infantry get to do. So we'll leave that one there. Pavel is saying, actually there's a question there about the maximum number of factions. Pavel's saying no hard-coded limit, but right now the number of players is 20. Now, Pavel, I did see when I was actually ferreting around in the JSON files that there was the Vandals, I think I saw in there. I don't know if that's actually a faction that's been planned for the future or not, but I did notice that because I wanted to actually put in my own faction, but I couldn't figure out how to do it. So I'm looking forward to that sort of information. So Cable Nexus is saying there isn't a specific limit on anything yet, but the map size. So the answer is how many tribes can you add on a 8,000 tile map? Yeah, and you can. I played with everything fairly dispersed back in this particular playthrough. Actually, I don't know if I can do anything there. I'll just leave that one where it is. We've got 5 minutes, guys. So if you do have any questions, now's the time. Just get this roadway running on through. Press enter. Okay, Daz, you can add your own player, just to add banner and name. I wasn't sure whereabouts it is. Look, what I might do is I might send you guys an email anyway and just see what we can see if there's a simple way to actually do it. Have you tried the game editor? No, I haven't actually. So as I wanted to still play a random map, but with my own faction. So I'm not sure if that was there. If not, you can get there by pressing Alt A. I won't do that in this session, I don't think, although we've pretty much, there's no real battles, is there, that we need to have. Let's have a look, and let's just save where we are. And I'll just go Alt A and just see what that brings. Okay, I don't want to see too much, because I do want to keep on playing. Oh, I'm looking at the mini-map. I'll turn it off. Actually, let's finish this one off, because I guess this is... Okay, oh wow, okay, so this is going to show us, alright, I shouldn't have done this, but anyway, we'll finish this off with a summary of the world. So this is the German tribes. Looks like they're fighting against the others. Do we have... Okay, now we get to see everybody. And we're the biggest country. The Carthage is over here. So they only have a small amount back over this side. Oh, okay, here we go. So this is a cheat. So we're now cheating just to finish this thing off. We've got 5 more minutes, so we'll do this. Spoiler alert, yeah. Okay, so this will give us a bit of a feel. So anyway, the Antigonians, we know that we're miles and miles ahead of them. So the army morale, actually even this is all different colours as well. Altitude. So we've got an advantage when we fight them of 126%. Yeah, attitude of envoys from DAS Tactic during discussions is distant. Okay, that's cool. We'll just go back from there. The German tribes. So we only really had come across these guys. The peace, actually, they were all pretty happy with us. They were pretty happy with us. Their population was still bigger than ours, but not their military wasn't. German tribes. We're now ahead of them in everything. What about the Carthage? Carthage, we're ahead of them with everything as well. Looks like Sparta is really struggling. We've got Epirus back over this side, and their population was higher than ours. Looks like Pergamon was actually doing pretty well. Yeah, they're actually fairly equal to where we are, I guess, just in terms of how things are sort of progressing for them. The Dacian tribes back over through here. Yep, so they're being crushed. And Carthage at war. Yep, we've got Epirus. What haven't we seen? If we right-click on a few of these, we can see who they're at war with and who they've met. Okay, oh, actually, they're allied. Actually, they're not really. I guess everyone's sort of at war with everyone through here. They're at peace, these two. So Athens is tiny. I wonder if we go back and have a quick look at the... Oh, hang on. This is state window, add unit. Oh, okay. So we can't see the history or anything when it's like this, but we can actually add things in. Change, add river, road. Yep. Okay. So state window. Okay. This is a whole other area that I haven't been seen. Okay. So to create your own islands, you just change the terrain. Is that it? So if we create a forest island down in through here. Cool. There we go. Great southern land. Let these guys actually do something. So okay, this is great. This is great. So yeah, so this is the map editor then in that case, but it also is during the game. It should have a warning, shouldn't it, really, to let you know that that you're going to start seeing everything. So what have they got? They've got, oops, hang on, German tribes. That's a unit. That's a Axeman unit, I think. Oh, this, yeah, that's a German tribes melee unit. Actually, that's different again. Melee infantry. I thought they had the Axeman as their base unit. Maybe not. What have the other ones got? So the Carthaginians use African fighters. They have this unit over through here is a actually peltasts. How are they getting peltasts? Looks like would they have taken over a Greek unit, or is this, if I sort of somehow randomised the once again, that's just melee infantry. All right, and they've got all of the different things that we have as well, like as far as the different bonuses. They've got more. They're more advanced with their tech as well. Just looking at this, galleys back over this side. Not as many fighters. Yes, it would have been a big, long fight to do everything. So they've actually got, like, this area is really nicely developed. Yeah, yep. Oh, okay. So Pavel is saying, Daz, the military types are randomised in custom worlds. Oh, okay. And I think you can turn that off, can't you? I think there's a setting when you do set that up to actually turn off the randomised units, I think, or maybe not. Yeah. So anyway, I guess I think we're sort of done. Actually, we're out of time, guys. So thanks for watching. Actually, I'm glad that we finished all this because this does sort of show a lot of what's actually through here. This is all that's left of Sparta. Mighty Sparta is just this one little area. It's quite funny. What have they got around it? So that one is just a peltast, I think. Yep. So, but each faction has its own style of fighting, which is pretty cool. Pretty damn cool. So what have we got over this side? We've got Paulinus's army, so peltast cavalry, which is severely injured. Yeah, only got 1,600 soldiers. So, wow, so everything is exposed when you do the Alt-A. Okay, that's a big temptation. I'd be wanting to have that turned off, I think, for myself. Because at times you think, why did that happen? And then you'd be able to sort of go in and have a bit of a look. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. So thanks for watching. It's yeah, and thanks, Pavel, for also answering so many of the questions that the guys had. That's great. Yeah, look, it's a really enjoyable game. Like, it's a game that I've thoroughly enjoyed. I mean, I'm developing my own way of playing, I guess. Like, I'm playing like a turtling type game where I just set up areas. So I tend to go with that besieging of locations, which I didn't do this time, but the besieging, and but looks like that's going to then impact me negatively diplomatically. So yeah, there's so many little pros and cons with the game. It's really, really interesting. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.